What it is, YouTube? This is Casman. This is your WWE Raw review.
Raw starts off with Jericho and Kevin Owens walking down to the ring. Jericho and Kevin Owens is in the ring. Braun Strowman comes out. He says he wants his WWE match. Kevin Owens acts like he doesn't know what he's talking about. Braun Strowman has footage. Footage shows up on the Titantron showing Braun Strowman talking to Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens is telling Braun Strowman that when he retains the title, he will be the next man for a title match. Braun Strowman tells him right there, be careful what you wish for. So that goes to show the reason why Braun Strowman came out on the Royal Rumble match and attacked Roman Reigns, on top of Roman Reigns and Goldberg attacking Braun Strowman 2 Raws before that. He will get his match, and then move on to Chris Jericho versus Sami Zayn, the actual first match of Raw. Sami Zayn and Chris Jericho are fighting. They're going back and forth. You know, Chris Jericho, he's a good wrestler all the time. Sami Zayn is too. Chris Jericho goes for the walls of Jericho. Sami Zayn ends up reversing. Out of nowhere, he hits him with a hell of a kick. Catches him for the win. Then we move on to Tony Nese versus Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali and Tony Nese stay in the ring. They're like struggling for a position. I know Mustafa Ali ends up arm dragging Tony Nese. I got some notes here. Yeah, Ali went to go up for that 450 splash that he does, and then Mustafa Ali ends up hitting him off the rope, and then he caught him with a knee right in the corner, and he ends up winning. Tony Nese ended up winning when he caught Ali with the in-ring segment with Seth Rollins. He's talking, Stephanie McMahon comes out. Stephanie McMahon is telling him basically all the crap she usually tells. It makes almost a threat, saying that he's going to show up at the house and what happens if the kids answer the door. And so Stephanie gets nervous and she says Triple H would definitely show up tonight. Rollins starts laughing, and then we move on. Then we got the Cesaro and Sheamus and Bayley versus Charlotte Flair, Gallows, and Anderson. In-ring segment with Neville, and he's talking, and he says that he's the king of the Cruiserweight division. Then Rick Swann comes out. Rick Swann says he's not mad that he beat him. He just feels a little bad about it. It's basically that he wants a rematch and stuff, and then Neville ends up attacking Swann. Start getting into a little fight there. Swann runs Neville off. Then we move on to Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens. Now, Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens. I think Braun Strowman probably would have had it because he could take a lot of pain, and he's a strong dude. But Roman Reigns came out as payback for yesterday, Royal Rumble. Reigns comes out, he hits Braun Strowman with a Superman punch. Braun Strowman eats that Superman punch, rolls out the ring. No, he gets clotheslined out the ring. Roman Reigns sees that he still ain't falling. He runs up, Superman punches him again, he still ain't falling. So then he runs, jumps, uses his body to jump off the steps, spears Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman actually falls down this time. He sees Kevin Owens getting up, he jumps into the ring. He goes and spears Kevin Owens. Then he walks away. Braun Strowman gets up and starts looking at Roman Reigns, and the commentators go off about how fast he got up. And then we move on. We got the in-ring segment with Brock Lesnar, where they announced that Brock Lesnar will go on to fight. Brock Lesnar wants to go and fight Goldberg at WrestleMania. Now they're waiting for Goldberg's response, where Goldberg will come at Raw to respond. Personally, I don't want to see that match. We already seen WrestleMania 20. I don't know if you've seen it, but I know I was there. I was live. I seen it. WrestleMania 20, Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. Stone Cold was the referee. Goldberg won. SummerSlam came, Goldberg won. Royal Rumble came, Goldberg got Brock Lesnar out of there. So even Brock Lesnar's one win is not going to rewrite the history of him losing 2 times to Goldberg. So I don't see the point in them fighting again. It's already 2-1. It's like, what? Then they're going to say, oh, let's fight again. Like, no, it's boring already. You lost, move on.
We got Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax.
Banks ends up hitting Jax with a drop kick. Jax ends up using her shoulder block thing that she does. Anyway, the winner, Nia Jax, because the referee stopped it. She was getting too destroyed, Sasha Banks. Like, her leg is all messed up and stuff.
Then we got Tornado Tag match. Rusev with Lana and Jinder Mahal versus Enzo and Big Cass.
As Enzo and Big Cass comes out, they try to be funny, but it really didn't stick that good. Enzo wasn't really on his talking job. Enzo and Big Cass won that match with Cass hit the big boot on Rusev. Enzo and Cass hit the boom shakalaka, and they end up winning.
And Triple H comes out and he talks about how he's getting tired of Seth Rollins. He takes off his blazer, he's getting ready to go fight, acting like he's gonna go fight. Here comes Seth Rollins to come down, and then out of nowhere, Samoa Joe, boom. Samoa Joe attacks him, starts punching him, throws him across the barricade, drags him again, throws him again, picks him up. Triple H is standing in front of him, he stares at him, he looks at him, and then he just walks away and allows Samoa Joe to keep destroying Seth Rollins. And then Samoa Joe puts Seth Rollins in that submission hold. And Raw ends up fading out just like that with nobody stopping him. The commentator saying, who's going to stop Samoa Joe? When Samoa Joe is obviously working under the authority of Triple H. And now we got to wait to see the next Raw. So Raw tonight, I would give it a 3 out of 5. I would have thought it would be more exciting, but it is what it is. I mean, it was a pretty good show. It's pretty good that Samoa Joe came. Now we got to see what's up with Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins. I know Seth Rollins ain't going to let that go. He's going to end up going over to NXT. Hopefully Samoa Joe stays at Raw. This was his Raw debut and not him just coming. So people go and watch NXT now, wanting to see if Seth Rollins is going to go and retaliate. But anyway, 3 out of 5. That's my Raw review. Peace.